I hope you guys are having a great week. You're halfway through, which is always exciting. So let's get right on down to it and do our check-in. And if the camera moves, it is because my two dogs are walking all over this room and I have a feeling one of them is going to hit it. Normally I kick them out, but today I was being nice for some reason. I let them stay in. Hopefully they won't make me regret that. Okay, a 1 to 10 check-in, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs somewhere in the middle. How are you feeling this wonderful Wednesday? I guess for me, I'm like a thumbs shaky in the middle. Like depending on the minute, it could go either way. I was super productive yesterday and then today I'm not as much. Anybody else feeling that way where it kind of comes in waves where like you have one day where you're feeling really good and you're like ready to really do stuff with this wonderful situation we're experiencing, and then in other days you're like, I just want to sit on the couch and binge watch some TV show. Anywho, I'm in like the valley right now. So yeah. Anyways, third day of mindfulness. I'm going to introduce a different app that you guys can download. They have videos on YouTube, but I think in this case, their app's a little bit easier to navigate. And I can see my two dogs. They're about to start playing over here, sleeping all morning. See that one? That was a tail wag. And now suddenly we want to play. One of them's going to see. I knew one of them was. This is Granger, guys. Granger, say hi to the folks. This is Granger. Yeah. Okay, you need to get down. Okay, stay there. Anyways, so this is an app called the Tapping Solution. And it's something you can get on your phone. And it uses something called tapping, and I'm going to actually let the video kind of explain it with as far as kids, just so you can kind of understand. I'm not talking about tap dancing. I'm talking about a different kind of tapping. So why don't you guys check this out, and I think I'm going to kick out the dogs.
When we tap on these endpoints of our body, these meridian endpoints, while focusing on the stress, the challenge, whatever's going on in our lives that we're trying to overcome, we actually send a calming signal to the amygdala in the brain.
So yeah, I kicked out the dogs. They're now right outside the room. I can hear them in the hallway, but at least they're not hopping up here and distracting me in the middle of talking to you guys. So what do you guys think about that video? It's kind of interesting, like tapping on certain parts, and why I think this is helpful as far as mindfulness. I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of trouble just sitting and listening without, like, I don't know if you've noticed, my hands, when I'm interacting, my hands are always, I talk with my hands. But I also think with my hands too. So sitting and not having something to do with my body and just trying to focus my mind is challenging for me. So I personally think tapping really helps because it helps me focus on a very specific part of my body. And that's helpful for me. So maybe it'll be helpful for you too. I have a couple of examples of their tapping guided mindfulness practices, so you can get an idea of what they have. And like our app yesterday, they have a lot of free features where you don't have to upgrade to like their higher up one, unless it's something that really works for you and you guys have, permission from your parents. But there's a lot of free options as well. So go ahead and check out. I'm going to show you guys 2 videos.
Anxiety is not just felt in our mind, but with our whole body, like pressure in our chest or tension in our stomach, which is why using a technique like tapping that uses the mind and body is so powerful. Anxiety often appears when we are worried about the future and feel disconnected from the present moment. Notice where the anxiety shows up in your body. It may be your stomach, chest, or head. On a scale from 0 to 10, how intense does that anxiety feel? I notice the weight of this emotion. Under the nose, all this anxiety in my, and name where you feel it in your body. Under the mouth, it's hard to relax. Collarbone, with everything going on. Under the arm, this is a lot to handle. Top of the head, and I feel it in my body. Tapping. Now go back to the eyebrow point, and tapping gently, simply tune in to the anxiety you feel and how it's been impacting your breath. And don't worry about saying anything out loud here as I guide you through the points. So as you tap on the side of the eye, notice what your breath is like here. Get curious about the tension and anxiety you feel. How do you know when you're holding on to anxiety? Under the eye, it may feel more intense as you focus on how you feel. Simply tap and let yourself feel it, allowing yourself to begin to breathe deeply.
So yeah, I think those are pretty easy to follow along with. Like you can see that depending on where you're supposed to tap, it lights up nicely. So there's not a lot distracting you on the screen. But at the same time, you're still like interacting with something. So you're engaging like a different part of your senses, which can definitely help with focus, especially if you have trouble staying focused, which is a lot of us. So last up, they actually released a specific group of videos that are specifically targeted for what we're going through right now with the coronavirus. So if you guys, I'm going to scroll through them real quick so you can see the options that they have. And they also have some options for different grade levels. So depending on how old you are, they're, or also what your job is, because they have some specifically for some of our essential workers out there. So take a look at those videos, or take a look at this video that shows the different options that you guys can have. And then we'll come back and wrap it up. So I hope you guys like checking out this different type of mindfulness activity that you can do. If you want to give it a shot, even if you just want to start with just some basic tapping and see how it feels for you. Yeah, I think it could really help. So we are going to say goodbye, right, Elliot? See, he's learned. He's learned he has to be good too. So we'll say goodbye for our middle of the week video, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for another mindfulness activity that you guys can do while you are at home. I hope you guys have a very good Wednesday. Get ready for your air high five in 3, 2, 1. Bye guys, have a great Wednesday.